All right, this is a slow blues lesson. This is Uncle Mark. I am back in the mothership. It's a slow blues lesson here for Cigar Box Guitar, 3-string. I just want to let you know this is a slow blues tune. There are a couple of concepts that you may want to look at already. Look at my slide guitar for soloing. I also would look at my palm muting lesson with right hand technique, palm muting. We're going to be doing a lot of this. Also, the soloing lesson would be good, and basic rock and roll guitar stuff. We're going to be doing some of that. We're going to be doing a turnaround that looks like this. So if you see those other lessons and you've gotten some of those concepts, if you haven't, take a quick look back. So this is a Elmore James tune called It Hurts Me Too. I had a request for a slow blues tune. This is like a really good, it's a good slow blues tune. I know there's others, but this is just what I had decided. You can certainly do this with a fretless instrument. I'm going to be playing a lot of slide, but I'm also going to be fretting so that you can see what I'm doing with my slide and you can see those notes individually. So the song is in open G. We know that this is an open G here. The way it works is this is G, first fret A, G sharp, second fret is A, first dot B flat, fourth fret is a B that's in between the dots, second dot is a C, the next one is a C sharp, a D, D sharp, an E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A, and it starts all over again. So what I want you to think about is, one, we're going to be going from open to 12 a lot. So this is something to take your slide with and get used to this back and forth, and you want to be on that fret exactly, okay? So you want your slide, let me, I don't have my other slide with me. You want your slide right there on that fret and maybe a tiny bit above. And it's just the way convex circles work. You might want to be just a little bit above that fret to get that note nice. But that's what you're looking for. So a lot of times when I aim with my slide, I actually telegraph where I want to go. So that's what I want it to sound like. So I telegraph out what I'm going to do. There's a simple little phrase that I'm going to use within this song that I want you to kind of get used to. And it telegraphs like this. So it goes from G to G. Okay? That is the dot there. That's the 5th fret. And that D string, if you place your finger here, is a G. So here's a G and here's a G. They're called an octave apart. So G, F, D, C, B flat, and G. So I want you to play that with your slide. All right, that's what you're going to work on. And you can slide into this a little bit. And it's really hard to make your sliding quiet, okay? So you're trying to make it quiet as opposed to... I would suggest work on making your slide parts quiet first, then get raunchy and rocky rolly and all of that, okay? You know, get it quiet first. take my finger and I kind of mute behind it, and that kind of helps me. That's what I do, is I kind of mute behind my slide. Just a light mute. That's what it would sound like if I hit those notes. I'm just kind of taking them away. So the song is a 1-4-5 song. So the chords you need to know are G, open, C, that's on the 5th fret where the dot is, and D, where the next dot is. So it has this little rhythm where it does a... So that note right there is an E, so it's G, E. It's 12 bars. Then it goes to C. And then you're going to take your 3rd finger and you're going to go to this note here on the D string. And that note right there is an A. And back to G. And to D. Okay? So with my slide on this finger, I tend to either use this finger or this finger. If you put your slide here, you're going to want to use your pinky or your 2nd finger. It depends on what you're doing. Put it on your 2nd finger, then these fingers can work just great. So it just depends on your style, your personal style. Your personal style is your style. Keep your style. I went through my slide on this finger for years, and then now I've put it here. And maybe I'll go back. So this D, this note here is a B. Now, turnaround time. You're going to take 4 notes and play them together with this open G. You're going to take this note here, okay, which is an F, and you're going to go. So, see where my pick is? F, G, E, G, D sharp, G, D, G. That any which way you want. You can do it all downs. You can go back and forth where you're going down, up, down, up. It's all about your style and your preference. This is a lot of this old blues stuff is your interpretation. Please interpret it your way. Don't just take mine on blind faith. This is all about your interpretation. Some people actually, instead of just using this note to do this, they will take these 2 notes. So they will take this B flat along with the F and strum it. It just depends on how busy you want this to be. Okay? So we're doing the turnaround. Back up to D. They said you was hurting, almost lost your mind. Man you love treat you unkind. When things go wrong, 12th fret slide, wrong with you, it hurts me too. D. Okay? So we're going to do that over again, and we're going to come right into this section where I go, just to show you where it belongs in the song. And that kind of helps out. You love another man, and I love you. You stick with him just like glue. When things go wrong with you, it hurts me too. So when you're jamming with yourself, start out a little bit, right? Start out a little bit, then slide up. Then go to the C. So fool around with this. Any of these notes work. Any of these notes work. So working all that. So an old blues tune, you'll kind of get the feel of it once you start getting into this groove. Get used to that little lick. We're going to be using that in a lot of Allman Brothers tunes, okay? That is a standard lick for the Allman Brothers. So get used to that lick and keep playing it. Remember, G is always here or here. All right, this is Old Uncle Mark from the Mothership. There is a donation link down below. It's a paypal.me/Uncle Mark Tips. Thank you for the donations. The subscriptions are out of this world. I just can't believe how far we've come together. Thank you all for the sharing on social media. Really appreciate it. All the Facebook clubs, the groups, all of the other groups that are great. I thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. So we'll see you next time.